Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to dive into our relationship with artificial intelligence, but not as some abstract, futuristic idea. We're going to look at it as something much closer to home, something almost personal, as a new colleague.
No, really, take a second and actually imagine this. Picture your office, your team, your daily routine, and tomorrow a new entity is there. It doesn't need coffee breaks, it never has an off day, it just thinks at a speed and scale that is literally beyond human comprehension. So what's your gut reaction? Is it excitement, or is it that quiet, sinking feeling that maybe you're becoming obsolete? This isn't just a thought experiment anymore. It's the new reality we're all starting to figure out.
And that feeling, whichever one it is, puts you right at the heart of this massive debate. Is the arrival of this new colleague a terrifying threat that's going to upend our careers and our purpose? Or is it maybe the single greatest opportunity for human progress we've ever seen? The answer, of course, is a lot more complicated than that. And it means we have to look past those initial gut reactions. So let's talk about that initial feeling, especially the fear. Where does it come from? Well, for most of us, our first real introduction to the idea of AI didn't happen in a textbook or a lab. It happened in a dark movie theater. And that has colored everything.
You know, this quote just nails it. We have been fed a steady diet of stories about rogue AI, about cold, calculating machines that inevitably turn on their creators. It's an incredible story, right? It hits a nerve. But we have to be really clear about something. As compelling as that narrative is, it is a fundamental misunderstanding of what AI actually is today.
Okay, so let's ground ourselves in what's real. Right now, AI is basically a tool, a hyper-specialized, incredibly powerful tool for achieving specific goals. The GPS that gets you through traffic? That's AI. The algorithm that suggests your next show to binge watch? Also AI. But here's the key. These systems aren't conscious. They don't have feelings or ambitions. An AI can be programmed to beat the world's best chess player, but it feels zero satisfaction from the win. It can't reflect on the beauty of the game. It's an instrument, a very powerful one, but it is not a rival. And what about that ultimate sci-fi nightmare? You know, the superintelligence that outthinks us in every single way. Well, the consensus is pretty clear. That idea is still firmly in the realm of theory. It's not something that's right around the corner. The AI we have today, for all its power, still lacks the kind of general, creative reasoning that makes us human. And that distinction is everything. Why? Because it means we have time. We have time to adapt, time to prepare, and maybe most importantly, time to decide how we want to build our future with these tools.
Now, this whole tension isn't just a personal thing we all feel. It's actually playing out on the global stage in a huge way. The arrival of this new colleague is forcing a realignment of global power, and we're seeing two very different playbooks emerge.
This slide really breaks down the two main approaches perfectly. On one hand, you have the US strategy, which is all about building the foundational tree of expertise. It's about fundamental research, creating those massive global platforms that act like the operating systems for the rest of the world. Then, on the other hand, you have China's strategy. Think of this less like building the tree and more like weaving AI into the very fabric of daily life. The focus is on lightning-fast implementation, adapting the technology for thousands of specific local uses.
But here's the thing that gets lost in all the talk about who's winning this race. The real challenge isn't just about who gets the best tech first. It's about making sure that as this technology completely rewires our economy, our societies can actually hold together. Because if all the incredible wealth and productivity gains from AI end up in the hands of just a tiny few, then winning the race won't mean much if our communities are torn apart.
And that brings it all the way back to the personal level, back to you and that new colleague sitting at the next desk. Because that big societal fear of division is really just a blown-up version of our own personal fear. If this machine is so good, does its success automatically mean my failure?
This is it. This is the question that keeps people up at night. A zero-sum game means there's a winner and a loser. The pie is only so big. If AI takes a bigger piece, that means my piece has to get smaller. Is that what we're looking at here? A battle for relevance?
Well, the argument we're exploring today is a very clear and emphatic no. This is not a zero-sum game, and thinking that it is to completely miss the point of what humans bring to the table. The goal isn't to outcompute the machine. The goal is to partner with it.
And this table shows us exactly what that partnership looks like. Look at the machine's domain: quantity, speed, scale. They can crunch more numbers, run more simulations, and work faster than we could ever dream of. We will lose a race for pure processing power every single time. But look at the human domain. It's a completely different world. It's depth, perspective, meaning, wisdom. An AI can analyze sales data from 1 million customers, sure, but it takes human empathy to understand why those people made those choices. It takes human intuition to spot an opportunity that doesn't exist in the data yet. And it takes human wisdom to make a judgment call when the numbers don't give you a clear answer.
So here's the punchline for your own career. Your real competitive advantage in this new world is to double down on the skills that are deeply, uniquely human. Creative problem solving, real social connection, empathy, the ability to lead and persuade other people. These aren't soft skills anymore. They're the essential, critical skills for the future. The idea is to let AI handle the number crunching, to amplify our own abilities, so we can focus our energy on the things machines can't even begin to touch.
And all of this leads us to our final and honestly most important idea. If our true value is our humanity, then what is the ultimate point of that humanity in a world that's increasingly full of intelligent machines? And to answer that, we have to zoom out, way out, beyond just our jobs and into the nature of meaning itself.
I want you to just sit with that quote for a second. It's from the physicist Max Tegmark, and it completely flips our usual way of thinking about our place in the cosmos on its head. Let's really break this down, because getting this is the key to walking into the future with a sense of purpose instead of fear.
So let's take that first part. It's not our universe giving meaning. Most of the time, we kind of assume that meaning is something that's already out there, right? That the universe has some hidden purpose, and our job is to go out and discover it. But this quote says, nope, that's not how it works. The universe itself, all the stars, the planets, the laws of physics, it's silent. It doesn't have an agenda, it just is.
And here's the mind-bending second half. Meaning isn't something you find, it's something you make. It's a quality that we, as conscious beings, project onto reality. Think about it. Every time you feel awe looking up at the night sky, every time you get lost in a piece of music, every time you choose to be kind to someone, you are actively creating meaning. You are weaving a layer of significance over the raw and different facts of existence.
So what does this giant philosophical idea mean for you on a Monday morning? Well, first, it means your job is evolving. It's not just about doing tasks anymore, it's about providing perspective and giving meaning to the mountains of data that AI can generate. Second, your ultimate value isn't how efficient you are, it's your humanity, your intuition, your creativity, your empathy. And third, you have to start seeing yourself as more than just a worker. You are a meaning maker. That is the one thing you can do that no machine ever will.
So we end right back where we started. That new colleague has arrived. It's a tool with more power than anything we've ever built. It can handle the speed, the scale, the quantity. And in a way, that frees us up. It frees us up to do the most important work of all. It's an invitation to be more human. So the real question isn't what AI is going to do to us. The real question is, what meaning will you choose to create with it?